Hi everyone and welcome. In this video what we are going to do, we are going to log the Modbus TCP device data into SQLite database. Okay, so we have a Modbus TCP device running on our network and we want to log that Modbus TCP device data into SQLite database with the help of Python script. Okay, so if you have this kind of Python script, then you can run this script in the Windows operating system, Linux operating system, or Mac operating system. Okay, also you can able to run the same Python script in the Raspberry Pi as well. So you can log your Modbus TCP device data in the Raspberry Pi as well in the SQLite database with the help of this Python script. Okay, so we don't have the physical Modbus TCP device, so we are going to use the Modbus slave software to simulate our Modbus TCP device. Okay, so if I go to setup and if I go to slave definition, then I can set up my Modbus TCP device detail, like the slave ID is 1. I want to simulate the holding register. Okay, the quantity I want is 10. Okay, so I have to set up all those things here, and then I have to press OK here, and then I have to go to connection. I have to go to connect, and then after I have to choose connection type. So it is our Modbus TCP IP connection. Okay, and the port number is 502 here, and the IP address is 127.0.0.1. Okay, and if I press OK here, then our Modbus TCP device is started. I can simulate the values by using auto increment function here. Okay, you can see the value is auto incrementing at certain rate. Now we want to log this data into this SQLite database with the help of Python script. So I can use this Python script in the any operating system or any embedded device. So here is my Python script. I have imported the necessary libraries and function, and then after I have to define the IP address and the port number of my Modbus TCP device. Okay, and then after I have to create a connection with Modbus TCP device. Then after I have to specify the device ID. Okay, so you can see the device ID is 1, and if you go to slave definition, here also you will see the slave ID is equal to 1. So slave ID is equal to device ID, so that is why we have specified the device ID, or you can say unit ID 1. Then after which register you want to read it. So starting address is 0, so as you can see starting address here is 0, and number of register I want to read is 2 register. So I want to read the holding register 0 and the holding register 1. So that is why I have specified these two things here. And then after I am going to connect with this Modbus TCP device. Okay, if I am getting true, then I am connected, and if I am getting false, then there is some problem with the connection. Then after we are creating SQLite database to store the Modbus data. And then after we are creating a table in this database to log our Modbus data into the table. Okay, and it will have 3 columns: timestamp, holding register 0 data, and the holding register 1 data. Okay, you can create a table as you would like to create. Okay, I have created this way. Okay, timestamp, holding register 0 is the second column, and the holding register 1 is the third column. Then after we are reading the data from our Modbus device. Okay, and then whatever response we are getting, we are logging the data into our SQLite database. Okay, and after 5 seconds we are again following the same process, reading the data and logging data into the SQLite database. So let me remove this print. Okay, let me save this, and we will run all cells one by one, so you will have idea. Okay, client dot connect is equal to true, so we are able to connect with this Modbus TCP device. Okay, and if I run this cell, then you will see here that we have created Modbus underscore data dot db, so our database is created. Now if I run this cell, then our table will be created, and if I run this cell, then okay, it should be holding register 1 and it should be holding register 0. Okay, my mistake. So kernel, restart kernel and clear all output. Okay, we will run all those things again. Okay, you can see client.connect true, database is created already, the table is also created, and we are logging the data now. Okay, so it will log the data at every 5 seconds. Okay, if I open the database here, okay, if I go to browse data, then you can see at every 5 seconds I will have data in this table. Okay, you can see 44 plus 549, 49 plus 554, 54 plus 5, 59. Okay, so every 5 seconds I will have a data in this table. So this is how you can use your Python script, okay, to log the data into the SQLite database from any Modbus TCP device. Okay, if you have more than two register, okay, if you have more than two register, then you can increase the value. Okay, so if you have 10 register, then you can increase the value by 10. Okay, you can customize this program as per your requirement, and then you can log the data into this SQLite database. You can see here the data will continuously logging into our SQLite database. Okay, so this is how you can use Python to log your Modbus TCP device data into this SQLite database. Okay, now if you want to interrupt the kernel, then you can interrupt it, so the data logging will stop, and then you can close the client connection and the database connection. Okay, so whatever our agenda was to log the Modbus TCP device data into the SQLite database, it is completed. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear to you, that how to log Modbus TCP device data into SQLite database using the Python script. Now in the next video, what we are going to do is we are going to log Modbus TCP device data into MySQL database. Okay, in this video we have covered that how we can log Modbus TCP device data into the SQLite database, and now in the next video we are going to log the data into MySQL database. Okay, and then after we will go for Microsoft SQL database, and we will do the same thing for the Modbus serial devices. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear and it is still logging the data. You can disable the print. Okay, this print is for you to understand that what data is coming here and what we are logging here. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear, and if you still have any doubt or any question or any concern, then you can ping me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, anywhere. I'll try to resolve your doubt as soon as possible. Okay, so we will meet you in the next video, and as you already know, in the next video we are going to see how we can log the data into MySQL database of our Modbus TCP device. So stay tuned for the next video, and till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.